Good evening, everyone. Let me call to order this meeting of the West Palm Beach City Commission. It is Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, and it is 5 p.m. We will start this meeting off as we do all of our meetings with a moment of silence, please. Madam President, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me remind this body of the rules of civility and decorum which govern this meeting. Officials shall be recognized by the chair and shall not interrupt a speaker. Public comment shall be addressed to the City Commission as a whole and not to any individual in the dais or in the audience. Displays of anger, rudeness, ridicule, impatience, lack of respect, and personal attacks are strictly prohibited. Unauthorized remarks from the audience, stamping of feet, whistles, yells, and similar demonstrations should not be permitted. Please govern yourselves accordingly, as offenders may be removed from the meeting. Also, anyone desiring to speak shall complete a comment card for each agenda item the person wishes to address, and that card shall include the person's full name, address, and the numbered agenda item, and it should be presented to the clerk before that agenda item is called. Please govern yourself accordingly, or you may not be able to make comments if this is not complied with. Thank you. Madam City Administrator, are there any additions, deletions, reorganization of the agenda?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Item 9.1, which is a resolution regarding the construction of the honorary designation markers on a portion of Southern Boulevard in honor of our current president, Donald J. Trump, is being pulled for further staff analysis.
Okay, thank you.
That's the first change. And then I would also like to note, Mr. Mayor, that item 11.1, consideration for continuance of ordinance number 5140-25 and ordinance number 5141-25 is being requested for continuance to the September 15, 2025 City Commission meeting. The board needs to vote on that continuance request when you get to that item.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And I do have a presentation. Want to provide some staff recognition for work done in connection with the 4th on Flagler event. I want to take a moment to share how proud I am of our city staff for the incredible work that was done on this year's 37th annual 4th on Flagler celebration, which is the largest and longest running event in our city. Thanks to the dedication of staff, more than 75,000 residents and visitors came together on our beautiful waterfront to celebrate Independence Day. Let that sink in. More than 75,000 people. The population of our city is only about 130. So all of those folks were able to come to the waterfront, enjoy the beautiful weather, the beautiful events, and they were safe and they were secure, and that is due in no small part to the efforts of so many. It's truly remarkable that our city can deliver one of South Florida's premier holiday traditions. It was an unforgettable evening of music, food, family activities, and a spectacular fireworks finale. And as I mentioned, families celebrated safely because of the extraordinary planning and professionalism of our city teams. You know, an event of this magnitude takes months of planning and coordination, from working closely with our police and fire departments to developing a traffic management plan with engineering and public works, to contracting entertainment and fireworks, securing rentals, and organizing volunteers and staff. Every detail matters to ensure a safe and seamless experience for all. And so tonight, we honor those individuals and teams who made this celebration possible and allowed West Palm Beach to shine so brightly. First, I'd like to recognize two leaders whose vision and dedication guided this year's event. Please join me in congratulating Leah Rockwell, who is Director of Parks and Recreation. Leah. And Angela Poco, who is a Marketing and Community Events Manager. Angela. I am providing each of them with the Mayor's Outstanding Leadership Award. Thank you, ladies. We also will extend our heartfelt appreciation to the entire 2025 4th on Flagler Planning Committee. Their countless hours of preparation, dedication, and teamwork ensure the success of this year's celebration. We're proud to recognize the following individuals as recipients of the Outstanding Contribution Award. We'll start with the Fire Department, Captain Scott Cabrera. Captain Thomas Wesselek. And Lieutenant Scott Langill. With Parks and Recreation, Christopher Burdick. Aaron Page. Gabrielle Dupre. Jessica Kelly. Michelle Delaney. Steve Zelia. Susan Traber. Tomas Andres. Tracy Smith Coffey. Tawana Pascasio. Victoria Thomas Lindsley. With the Police Department, Lieutenant Cliff Hagan. Lieutenant Craig Davis. Sergeant James Flayton. And with engineering, Chloe Safer. And last but not least, I certainly want to honor our first responders for their on-site presence and unwavering commitment to public safety. We recognize the West Palm Beach Police Department with the Outstanding Public Safety and Security Award, and the West Palm Beach Fire Department with the Outstanding Life Safety and Medical Care Award. Accepting these awards on behalf of their respective departments are Police Chief Araujo and Fire Chief Diane Maddy. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in one more round of applause for these outstanding individuals whose efforts made the 37th Annual 4th on Flagler such a success. Employees, you've proven once again that when we come together, we can create something truly extraordinary. Congratulations, and thank each and every one of you for making us all so proud. So I'm going to come down and take a picture with everyone. Y'all can clap for that, too.
I get the video, right?
Where do you want me, Jerry?
Nice way to start the meeting.
do have a receive and file the fiscal year 2026 audit plan from the Internal Auditor's Office. I will accept a motion.
Mayor, I move that we approve, receive, and file.
Thank you. It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Now move to the consent calendar, items 8.1 through 8.5. Are there any questions, comments on consent? 8.1 through 8.5. If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move for approval of consent calendar items 8.1 to 8.5.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. We'll now move to item 10.1. Public hearing and second reading of ordinance number 5138-25 regarding request by Lindsay John Louis of Urban Design Studio on behalf of Izinga Holdings, Inc. for a text amendment to Chapter 94, Article 3, Section 94-72, Single Family Low Density District, SF7, and 94-74, Single Family High Density District, SF14, of the city's zoning and land development regulations to allow for revised dimensional lot requirements, setback requirements, and exceptions for the SF7 and the SF14 specific to lots located east of Broadway Avenue, west of North Flagler Drive, north of 40th Street, and south of 45th Street.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Ana Maria Aponte, Development Services Director. This is a second reading and there are no changes.
That was my wife. I'm sorry. Shut up. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
This is a second reading and there are no changes from first
Okay,
reading.
thank you. Any questions, comments, Commissioners? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move approval of ordinance number 5138-25. This motion is based upon the factual testimony presented, the application submitted, the staff report, the recommendation of the planning board, and the finding that the text amendment is consistent with the comprehensive plan and complies with the standards found in section 94-32 of the city's zoning and land development regulations.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, is that card for this item?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Madam Clerk, can you read the ordinance, please?
Ordinance number 5138-25, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of West Palm Beach, Florida, amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of West Palm Beach, Florida, at Chapter 94, Zoning and Land Development Regulations, Article 3, Residential Districts, Section 94-72, Single Family Low Density, SF7, Residential District, and Section 94-74, Single Family High Density, SF14, Residential District, relating to regulations governing properties generally located between 40th Street and 45th Street to the east of Florida State Road A1A and west of North Flagler Drive, declaring this amendment to be consistent with the comprehensive plan of the city, providing a conflicts clause, a codification clause, and a severability clause, providing an effective date and for other purposes.
Thank you. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Item 10.2, public hearing and second reading of ordinance number 5139-25, amending the zoning and land development regulations to create development regulations for the North Flagler Overlay District. The above reference request is a city-initiated proposed text amendment.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. For the record, Kevin DeFrank, Senior Planner with the City's Development Services Department. And for this item, staff has made changes since the first reading. And those changes include updates to the proposed conditional setback requirements, where we are now proposing a maximum 30-foot front setback requirement for portions of buildings within the height range of 0 to 40 feet. And we are also proposing a minimum 90-foot front setback requirement for parking uses located within the portions of buildings within the height range of 41 to 130 feet. The changes also include updates to the architectural design standards, specifically regarding the prohibition of mechanical equipment located within the front setback area, where we are now excluding backflow preventers from this prohibition because we are have to be consistent with the city's public utilities and engineering requirements for backflow preventers. And the changes also include updates to the proposed parking requirements, where we are identifying that for development projects seeking to exceed the maximum parking requirement, which will require an applicant to obtain a variance approval, that any portion of the parking area which exceeds the maximum parking requirement shall be included in the calculations of gross building area. And the changes also include identifying that for development projects seeking any type of relief from the screening liner building minimum depth requirement, which would also require applicants to obtain a variance approval, that the parking garage shall be set back an additional 20 feet in addition to the minimum front setback requirements. Now, staff has prepared a sketch to help you better visualize what the proposed regulations could result in. So what you have before you is a 1.55 acre size lot, which is 150 feet wide, 450 feet deep, and the height dimensions are shown vertically to your left, and the conditional setback dimensions are shown at the bottom along the right. And what you see in the crosshatch transparent type shape is the building envelope based on the maximum building height requirements and the setback requirements. But based on the subject lot, the size of the lot, the width of the lot, and the proposed development regulations, the maximum floor area ratio limitation is 3.0, and the maximum building height limitation for this type of lot is 240 feet. So the solid colored shape, I think it's pink or salmon, is what would be allowed to be built on this type of lot. Hopefully that clears up any confusion. And therefore, staff recommends approval of ordinance number 5139-25. And that concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you for the presentation. We do have a couple questions. Commissioner Ward.
Thank you for the clarification on the FAR, because I know it gets confusing when we see a bunch of different designs and proposals and options, and the community has to decipher how that all applies, and us in general. My question is that for the incentives, can you just confirm the incentives that are potentially going back to the community? What are the side streets that it can go into?
The area where
That they can apply the incentive.
where they can apply the incentive, I will provide you here. Includes the area that's bounded by the city limits to the north, Broadway to the west, the Intracoastal Waterway to the east, and 36th Street to the south. So all the side streets, such as Spruce, are included within this area.
Follow-up.
Yes.
Could you just remind me why we extended it to 36th and not 40th or 45th?
Because of this area, it's all connected. So this northeast corner area is all connected, and the proposed projects along this corridor will have an impact all the way down to 36th Street as well.
No, thank you.
President Lambert.
Thank you. I had the same question, actually, and maybe you could just describe that a little bit more with what you mean by they're all connected.
So the area along North Flagler Drive, the properties within this area would have a direct impact to properties all the way to Broadway and all the way down to 36th Street. Is that clear enough for you?
Maybe I can clarify a little bit. I mean, the reason why the area is a little larger is because part of the proposed improvements are, for example, bike lanes or resurfacing. The traffic is not concentrated. The traffic that comes from the new projects is not concentrated in a particular area. They flow in different directions. So we picked a larger area due to the influence. I mean, in reality, probably the influence is even higher than that or larger than that, but we kind of try to constrain it to those because of the configuration of the main street. 36 goes all the way west, and kind of we were able to frame it in those. But if you, for example, propose a bike lane on Spruce, you need to provide connections that are a little bit beyond just the boundaries of the immediate neighborhood.
Commissioner Ward?
And just, again, to follow up on that, I just want to make sure that if we're doing that, it's not like we would be concentrating one project within the 36th to 40th boundary, for instance. So, I mean, Spruce is going to be getting updated, Flagler. It wouldn't be like, hey, we're going to redo utilities just on 40th Street or just on 41st Street, but it would be a connectivity project, and that's why it was included.
Yeah, that's the intent.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions on this item? We have any cards? 2 cards, one from Angela Ogborn and another from Brenda Baum. If you could start making your way to the podium, please. Angela Ogborn and Brenda.
This one's not a swearing.
It's not a public hearing,
The
right?
comment card for Brenda Baum is the general comment. So the one for Angela Ogburn is just item 10.2. Okay.
Okay, Angela Ogborn then.
Okay, do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
If I may, this is legislative, there's no swearing necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not,
checking.
right, we don't have to be sworn in. Okay,
We appreciate it.
okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate staff allowing us to be part of this journey and allowing us to have this overlay. And as the commissioners have also said, the only tweak, because our understanding the overlay boundaries were 44th Street, east of Flagler, north to 59th Street. Hence why we wanted to keep the majority of the incentive funding within our community, because we felt there's a big project coming between 40th and 45th Street that perhaps their funding could go from 36th to 45th Street or to 44th Street. But we wanted to keep it within the overlay boundaries. And I understand the boundary goes to Broadway and it goes north to 59th Street. But anyhow, thank you for this time. Thank you for asking these questions. We really appreciate staff on helping us get through this. And we approve this going forward with a minor tweak maybe. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I apologize, Mayor. I do have another comment,
Okay,
question.
Commissioner Ward.
Just, would it be imprudent to change it to? Because I understand, you know, we've been discussing this for a long time, and I know it got brought up in my discussions with the neighborhood again, and I just want to make sure, because we are going to be seeing the development within the 40 area, and we already have the funds slated for Spruce between 36th and 40th. And so to me, it justifies necessarily kind of shifting that to that 44th to 59th. And I want to make sure, I just want to hear kind of.
Yeah, Commissioner, the way we calculated the fee at 1098, that is the fee that we are proposing to charge for the additional capacity, it's based on all the projects that we identify in the capital improvement program list that are within that area. I mean, if we reduce it, we'll have to do the calculation again, because then we will not be able to include those projects in the amount.
That's okay. All right, so if there are no other comments, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, move to approve ordinance number 5139. I'm sorry. Mic's not on. I move to approve ordinance number 5139-25, amending the city's zoning and land development regulations to create the North Flagler Overlay District and zoning regulations for the district. This motion is based upon the factual testimony presented, the staff report, the recommendation of the planning board, and the findings that the proposed amendment complies with all the amendment standards found in section 94-32 of the city's zoning and land development regulations.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, can you read the ordinance, please?
Ordinance number 5139-25, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of West Palm Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 94, Article 2, Sections 94-36, 94-38, and to create Section 94-57, Article 7, and Section 94-236, and amending Article 19, Section 94-611, to create and establish development regulations for the North Flagler Overlay District, declaring this proposed zoning text amendment to be consistent with the comprehensive plan and the zoning and land development regulations of the city, providing a conflicts clause and a severability clause, providing an effective date, and for other purposes.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. We'll now turn to the public hearing, quasi-judicial portion of the agenda, but since the only item there is being continued, I don't think it's necessary to swear anyone in or to make any declarations. So I do need a motion, however, to consider the consideration. Motion for continuance.
May,
I'm sorry?
Mayor, I move to continue the consideration of ordinance number 5140-25 and ordinance number 5141-25 to the commission meeting scheduled to begin at 5 p.m. on September 15th, 2025 at the City of West Palm Beach, City Hall Commission Chambers, 401 Clematis Street, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 All those opposed, like sign. Hearing no opposition, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. We now turn to general comment. Do we have cards?
Do.
All right, as I read your name, if you can approach the podium. Marie Louise Mirande Long Zawicki. Okay, she says, I strongly oppose renaming even a small part of Southern Boulevard after Trump. Southern Boulevard is over 100 years old and famous. Trump is infamous. Okay, we have two other cards, Mickey Royce and Brenda Baum. If you could start making your way to the podium, please. Mickey Royce. Okay, Ms. Royce.
Okay,
You can go to that one. And you are Brenda Baum?
yes.
Okay, go ahead and begin, please.
Okay, I'm Brenda Baum. I'm at 556 Northwest Boca Raton and 827 El Prado, West Palm Beach. I'm here to talk about Southern Boulevard. I've lived in Palm Beach County my whole 70-plus years. I was born right here in West Palm Beach. I was raised here, and I live not far from Southern Boulevard. Southern Boulevard is perfectly named. We're in the southern part of the state, and Southern Boulevard has been here for almost 100 years, and Trump has only been here for a short time. I don't think that major highways should be named after political people. The Palm Beach County Commissioners have given unanimous approval, and Google has embraced it, but I urge the City of West Palm Beach, the commissioners, to keep Southern Boulevard's name. Thank you.
Thank you. Mickey Royce.
Mickey Royce, what do you need, my address? What? Do you need anything besides my name?
Name and address.
569 Laconia Circle, Lake Worth, Florida, 33467. Okay? Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, I do not support, at the time, resolution number 202-25 supporting the construction of honorary designation markers on a portion of Southern Boulevard in honor of the current president. I do not support the renaming of any street in honor of the current president because this president has no honor. This president is a convicted felon, 34 times convicted felon. And the last time I checked, we are not in the habit of honoring convicted felons. If you vote to inflict this outrage on the citizens of Palm Beach County, then why not call it the Felon Freeway and honor all felons? There comes a point in time where the people have to stand up for what is right and not just go along for what is convenient or easy. And this is that time. With all the illegal actions the current president has taken, including not obeying a ruling by the Supreme Court, how can you even entertain the thought of naming a portion of any street in his name? It is absurd to rename that portion of road to assuage his frail ego. He has the lowest popularity rating of any president in recent history, so it cannot be said that the majority of the public will approve of this action. Further, I wonder what the businesses of that stretch of road think about having to deal with the cost of changing their address on websites, stationaries, etc. I sincerely urge the members of this council to grow a spine and stand up for what is right and not approve this name change. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Thank you very much. I do have another card from a Lynn Iray, or Lynn Trey. Lynn Irie.
I'm right here, Lynn Irie. That's
Okay.
right. Thank you. Excuse me, I have to put on my glasses. Thank you for not immediately.
Just state your name and address for the record.
Oh, I'm sorry.
please.
My name, Lynn Irie. Did you say something else?
Address.
Oh, okay. Thank you for not immediately approving this honor for Donald Trump. As I emailed earlier, I do not believe that someone convicted on 34 felony counts, among many other transgressions, are proof that he is worthy of this honor. In addition, I believe that having a street run through a city with his name on it is not necessary. I believe that the honor of having a street named after someone should be saved for individuals who have served their country well, with utmost honesty, and with fair treatment of other human beings. Consideration for him possibly having a street named after him at this point should absolutely not happen until his term is up and he does the right thing and leaves office. At that point, it can be based on his deserving of such an honor, but I completely do not support. I just do not support it, and I'm hoping that the commissioners will all speak up against it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other cards? Okay, we'll now turn to comments from the dais, and we begin with President Lambert.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few items to acknowledge. I just want to say congratulations to the firefighter recruits that graduated last Thursday and welcome them to West Palm Beach. Also, we have a swearing in of 4 new police officers tomorrow at 4 p.m. at our Flagler Gallery. Congratulations to each of them and welcome. And also just wanted to mention that our first public hearing to adopt the budget is on Monday, September 8th here at City Hall. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. I first wanted to send heartfelt condolences to the parents and people who had to endure another shooting at a school, at Annunciation Catholic School. I know it seems far away, but my daughter goes to a Catholic school celebrating their 100-year anniversary, and that school just recently celebrated theirs. And it's been a hard time dropping her off and not thinking about that. I hope that they can heal from that. I don't know if I could ever heal from being a victim of that and losing my child. And while we get the privilege of serving you in a nonpartisan capacity, I feel that I should speak out about it because I do have the microphone, and this shouldn't be a partisan issue. This should be both sides trying to come up with logical ways to make sure our children are safe. I was looking up stats, and it's still the leading cause of death as far as 2024 goes. I'm sure there'll be more stats in 2025 for children and young adults. And that should speak volumes. We should be working at a lower level to make sure that we're checking on people that seem like they have mental issues. We're checking on people to make sure that they're smart gun owners, because there's a lot of smart gun owners, and they should be the representative body pushing smart gun law changes, because we've continued to have thoughts and prayers and thoughts and prayers, and no changes in sight as far as stopping it. And we still have to take our children to school. Multiple people on this dais still have to take their children to school after this, and they shouldn't be fearing gun violence. I also wanted to bring something up to my colleagues, just budget related. The last couple times that we spoke in our budget meetings, and as Commissioner Lambert said, we're having the first approval in a little bit next week, this month, we were talking about police and the budget, and we know police and fire take up a huge part of that budget. And so afterwards, I separately reached out to our chief to just have a one-on-one conversation. When he first came, we discussed having more open communication, lines of communication, visiting the police department, understanding what went on. My request was denied. We will be having a workshop in October after we pass the budget, and I just wanted to let you all know that, because it was dismaying to hear that I can't, as a commissioner, I can't meet with our police chief, especially before we adopt the budget, which is one of the strongest powers that we have here, is adopting the budget. And so I'm coming to you all just to let you know that, because I can in a public meeting, but I'm still pretty dismayed that that was the answer. So that's all my comments for tonight. Thank you.
Commissioner Baduzzi.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to, again, congratulate all of the members of the city staff that made 4th on Flagler such a huge success. Also, congratulations to our police officer and firefighters, the new recruits. You know, it looks like we'll be hiring a number of police officers, a number of firefighters. If you know anyone who you think would do a great job in the city of West Palm Beach, send them over to us. We are looking for a few really good people. Thank you to Commissioner Ward for mentioning school security. My children attended a Catholic school also in West Palm. I'm not going to name the school, that 5 years or 6 years ago refused to provide any security, even though we as parents said that we would pay for it. There was a group of 5 of us that said we would pay for a police officer to be there during school hours. And we were met with talk of, this has never happened at this school, so we don't need it. And we're in a different day and age now where we have to be prepared. Our schools need to be prepared. And we can't take our safety and security for granted. We need to take steps before something like the tragedy that we saw recently happen occurs at one of our schools. That is all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Commissioner Warren.
Thank you, Mayor. Commissioner Ward, I'd just like to say that it's unfortunate that you did not receive the meeting that you requested, and I do believe that it is incumbent upon us to exercise due diligence when we're making large decisions and huge decisions that impact the city. So thank you for initiating that work, and I'm looking forward to you receiving the meeting that you requested, because I do believe that it is important in order to make sound judgment. I'd also like to thank everyone in the community that took the time to send emails and to come down to City Hall to express their sentiments. I want you to know that your participation in the decisions made by the city matters, and your voices are heard and most certainly appreciated. I'd like to acknowledge the presence in the audience today of our school board member, Mr. Ferguson. Thank you very much, Mr. Ferguson, for coming down and participating in this conversation today. And I'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Green from the Palm Beach County, who is the director of our Community Services Department, which is the largest department that I am aware of that serves the most vulnerable people in our county. So thank both of you gentlemen for all that you do. Thank you for standing up for the most vulnerable. Thank you for standing up for our children and doing everything that you do without anyone patting you on the back, without accolades, but being on the front line of what matters the most in Palm Beach County. September is designated as National Sickle Cell Awareness Month. In the United States, it's a time dedicated to raising awareness, promoting research, and highlighting the importance of blood donation to support individuals affected by this inherited blood disorder. The month serves to bring attention to sickle cell disease, a condition that can cause severe pain, fatigue, anemia, stroke, and organ damage due to misshapen red blood cells. The month of September focuses on educating the public about sickle cell disease, which primarily impacts people of African, Caribbean, Mediterranean, and Middle Eastern descent, and encouraging more diverse blood donations to match specific needs of patients. A diverse blood supply is crucial to sickle cell patients, as many require multiple blood transfusions to help manage their symptoms. September is also Infant Mortality Awareness Month, which aims to raise awareness about infant mortality, its causes and prevention, and strategies to help improve birth outcomes. Most recent data shows, and this is consistent information, that Black babies actually die at over double the rate of other nationalities, and have a 50% more likely to not see their first birthday when you're looking at infant mortality. So in 2022, which was the most recent data, there were 10.9 deaths per 1,000 of live births compared to 4.5 1,000 births of other nationalities. So it's very important that we look at how we educate and overcome the barriers to health care and healthy birth outcomes. There's free homework health at the Mandel Public Library. It's now open. Certified teachers for K through 5 students and 6 through 12 students are available for free. Kids can get help with all subjects, including their homework, projects, and test prep, and they're encouraged to continue the encouragement of their studies. The Homework Center is sponsored by the West Palm Beach Library Foundation, and for more information, you can go to the city's website at WPB.org or call 561-868-7703. I'd also like to invite everyone out to the mixer at Cityside Suites tomorrow. It is a free community mixer, free business networking mixer from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at 401 North Rosemary. If you have a small business or are interested in networking, please be encouraged to come and network with other like-minded professionals. That concludes my comments.
Commissioner Fox.
Thank you, Mayor. I did want to say thank you to all on our events team. I think they've left, but I really appreciated that we were able to recognize them tonight, and I don't think it's too early to announce that Saturday, October 4th at 8:30 a.m. will be the first green market of the season, so everyone should mark their calendars for that. This Sunday will be the 7th annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb and 5K Walk and Run with our fire department. We have all been there most years. I don't think any of us are doing the stair climb this year, but we will be there cheering them on, and all are welcome if you want to run or walk, or if you just want to cheerlead on the sides with us, we would love to see you there. Again, that starts at 8 a.m. on Sunday, September 14th, and it will be in downtown West Palm at 515 North Flagler Drive at the Darth Vader building. Also wanted to mention, Commissioner Peduzzi said that we are hiring in our police department. There's actually 2 hiring events coming up, September 17th and September 24th at 4 p.m. They will be having 2 events at the West Palm Beach Fire Station at 700 North Congress Avenue. Anyone who is interested should stop by those hiring events. And then I also did want to say thank you to Commissioner Ward for sharing your experience. I haven't had the opportunity to meet with Chief Araujo in the past few weeks, but I haven't also tried to, and so I would hope that that there is some communication between now and the time we are voting for the budget. I am in full support of the things that we have been asked for from the police department and the fire department. I think we need to always look at our resources and think, whatever we can do to make sure that we are protecting our residents, and whatever is needed from our first responders, we should always, that is always my top priority. But obviously, if there are concerns and questions, we're not the experts, and so I think we should also be able to communicate with our chiefs to make sure that we understand what it is that we're asking for, what are the needs, while we're going into this budget process, to make sure, that we, as we look at the full budget and all the things that we need to provide our residents, to make sure that we have the full picture. And so I'm sorry that that happened. I hope that in the coming days, maybe there's a change of heart and that you can make sure to get your questions answered. But thank you for sharing that with all of us. And that's all I have.
Thank you. My comments, and I'll deal with that last issue first. Commissioners, you always have, and when I denied the request for a personal meeting, I also said any questions that you have, and this is true for any department head, any employee, direct the questions to the city administrator. We'll make sure we get you answers. We're not trying to deprive you of getting the information. If you have information you need to make a decision on the budget, feel free to put the question in writing and direct it to the city administrator. That's the protocol. And that option is still open, even before you vote on the budget. If you have any questions, any concerns that you want to direct to police chief, fire chief, any other employees or department heads, put your questions in writing. Send them to the city administrator. We'll make sure that you get an answer promptly. I'm proud to share that 5 new recruits have graduated from the West Palm Beach Fire Department's 12-week training program. These men and women now join a proud tradition of service, ready to protect lives, property, and our community. I want to thank Chief Matty, the instructors, and the families who supported our graduates along the way. On behalf of the city, we congratulate our newest firefighters. We are proud of them. We believe in them, and we are grateful they have chosen a life of service here in West Palm Beach. Also pleased to announce the completion of the North Shore Pedestrian Bridge Improvements Project, officially accepted by FDOT on August 11th. This $2.7 million investment strengthens safety, access, and connectivity for the North Shore community. Enhancements include a new prefabricated pedestrian bridge over the Carver Canal, realigned sidewalks, reconstructed drainage, upgraded signage, and new lighting. Together, these improvements give students a safer route to school, help neighbors connect, and improve quality of life in this area. I want to thank the Florida Department of Transportation, the Palm Beach Transportation TPA, our city staff, and the North Shore North Neighborhood Association for their partnership. Last month, we officially launched the Ike Smart City Kiosk in downtown West Palm Beach. Hopefully people have had a chance to see them and interact with them. These ADA, accessible interactive kiosks, act as modern-day guides to help residents and visitors navigate our city, discover local businesses, access city services, and connect to emergency resources. West Palm Beach is now one of only 26 cities nationwide to bring this innovation to life, and at no cost to taxpayers. This project reflects our ongoing commitment to accessibility, connectivity, and creating a truly people-first city. So that concludes my remarks for tonight. Good night, and God bless you and the great city of West Palm Beach. This meeting is adjourned.